Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you have dry skin, this video is for you. Yes, it's for you, sis. The winter time can be completely detrimental to our skin, and today I'm just going to show you some products, my favorite hydrating products. And I put the hydrating in quotation marks because I'm just saying that some of these products are not actually labeled as hydrating or radiant or glowy, but they are, I think, better suited for a drier skin type. So like, for example, a setting powder is not gonna probably have hydrating in its name, because the whole idea of a powder is to, you know, dry it up, not mattify in particular, but to set the makeup. So it's not going to be what you would normally believe as a hydrating product, but I will show you the setting powders that work better for dry skin types. I do have some powders in the back that are a lot more mattifying and probably not the best for my skin, but I like them anyways. But yep, this video is dedicated to my dry skin girlies, so if you want to see this video, make sure you keep watching, girl. So let's start out with a primer. Today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. It's one of my favorite hydrating targeted primers. It's just super creamy and it moisturizes your skin. Another one that I really like but has gotten so much love recently on my channel in the past year or so is the Milk Hydrating, what is it called? The Milk Hydrating, y'all know what I'm talking about, the green one, the hydrating primer. I'll leave it in the link down below because I like that one too. I just have been using that one a lot, so I'm trying to like mix it up and use stuff that I haven't used in a long time. And I really like the Too Faced Hangover, it's called Replenishing Face Primer. They've actually based a skincare, Too Faced has, off of this line, so I think that just kind of goes to show you that people really do enjoy this one. Okay, so my next hydrating product for a nice and moisturized base is the NARS Naturally Radiant Foundation, and I'm using the shade Macao. Let me tell you, I do like the soft matte. I feel like the soft matte is still a good product if you have dry skin because it's not too drying. It's matte, but it doesn't feel like it. But if you want something that's really gonna like make your skin feel hydrated, this would be the one that I would go for. So let me put some of that on. Okay, the next product I'm gonna go in with is the Rare Beauty Concealer. This is a natural to radiant finish concealer. I have the shade 430W, and yeah, this is definitely a go-to. I really like this concealer. I don't know how others feel about it because I haven't really read any of the reviews or watched any videos on it, but I feel like this is the perfect natural looking concealer. So you all know the Hourglass Airbrush Concealer is my favorite, and it's my favorite because it gives a lot more coverage, and I tend to rely on a lot more coverage. I'm not even gonna lie, like that's just the look that I like. I like that beat look, and I get kind of nervous about like the more not natural looks, the more medium coverage products, because I feel like they won't cover up enough of my blemishes or cover up the things that I'm trying to hide with makeup. So that is why particularly I don't really go, at least with foundations and concealers, for those medium to light coverage products. But I will definitely say, yeah, I like this concealer better than the Fenty Beauty one because it has more coverage than the Fenty Beauty one, and it still has that radiant natural look. Feels good on the skin, hydrating on the skin, and I don't know, it just something about it, it gives the look like it's more of a high coverage, but it feels low to medium coverage. And I think that's hard to do, because my Hourglass Airbrush Concealer, it definitely feels full coverage, and it doesn't feel heavy or like annoying or cakey. It's just thicker. It's thicker than this. So now the base is pretty much complete. We have on our primer, foundation, and concealer. And these are the products now that are going to actually help like amplify the look. So I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. I think that cream bronzers and blushes are really good for dry skin. This is the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade 06 Chocolate. And I think this is the only cream bronzer that I have in my collection. Maybe. If you don't have a cream bronzer, I would also recommend using a stick foundation, because those tend to be more natural finish, which really does well on drier skin, as opposed to using like a concealer that can tend to be more matte. Alright, so bronzer is on, and I think I am going to add a powder bronzer. The thing with cream products are they're a little bit tougher to work with as opposed to a liquid or powder formula. But if you take your time and work slowly through it, it blends out seamlessly. I tend to believe that cream formulas look way better on the skin. I just think the longevity of it cannot compare to liquid and powder formulas, because they like to slide and move quicker than powder and liquid. So that's one thing to consider about using a cream. But definitely for dry skin and for all skin types, I think cream products tend to look the most natural. All right, I done switched up the game on you. I'm actually going to go in with the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer, because I haven't used this in a bit. And I'm going to add some warmth to my face, because this shade is not a bronzer shade for me in the Fenty cream. I wish that she would extend this line and add some more red to it, or it's like that clay orange, and whoop, it'll be perfect. Now that my concealer has had time to set, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Honey setting powder. I feel like this, as well as the One Size Beauty, I have it here, translucent setting powder. These are good go-tos for my girls or guys with dry skin, because they're not as like mattifying as some of my other powders. I find the Fenty and the Huda that I often use and like to be much more dry than these. That's why I recommend these two for dry skin. Or you could not set at all. And now I'm going to use this cream blush. This is from Fenty, and it's the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Brush. I keep saying brush. Cream blush in the style Daiquiri Dip. It's my favorite one. And let me find a brush. Just going to dip into that over here. I like press into it. And I literally just press into my skin. And it is very pigmented, so work slow, work light. And as always, a setting spray is a must. It just helps everything come together and blend. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Coconut 3-in-1 primer. This is a very good primer, and it's very affordable, which makes it all the more better. So yeah, I'm just going to spray this on. But that sprayer on it, baby, it's thick. It's like a shower on your face. But this one is not a mattifying setting spray, of course. It's more of a natural finish, dewy type of look. So as you'll see, as it's drying down, I still look glowy. Like, I don't look like Urban Decay, which completely holds and locks, set everything into place, and then it's matte. No, that's not what we're doing today. All right, so that's pretty much it for the base. I'm gonna step off camera and finish my eyes. I'm gonna do something with my eyes, not too much, and I'll come back and give you like a synopsis of everything that I said here earlier in the video. And yeah. All right, guys, so I am back and the look is all done. I will link everything down below in the description box as far as the products that I use. I will let you know that I did use the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie palette. I forgot what it's called. I love that palette though because it has some great neutral tones for deeper skin tones. I love it. And what else? I use these Eyelure London Jordan Woods lashes, and they are in the shade, good Lord. It doesn't have the name of it on here. Huh. Or maybe it did on the box and I threw that little white box away. But here's what they look like. The packaging. Maybe if you go back to an old video, I still have the name linked under there, but I don't have the name with me right now. If I figure it out, which I probably will because I'm thinking it's Tropic Like It's Hot. I think that's the name of it. Either way, check the description box and you'll be fully informed there. Recap. This is my go-to hydrating look for the days where my skin tends to be like, I feel like it looks really dry or feels really dry. I like to first use hydrating products. That means like my NARS Radiant, that Rare Beauty Concealer, products that tend to either be natural finish or dewy finish and have hydrating qualities like hyaluronic acid. The second thing that I like to do is to use a good base, and I include setting sprays as part of my base, so meaning I moisturize my face before. I use a primer that's moisturizing, a setting spray that's either dewy finish or a hydrating mist or something like that, and then I make sure that I hydrate my lips as well, usually with the Laneige lip balm or the sleeping mask. Either or, I use them both as like my go-to chapsticks. So I make sure that I use base items that are moisturizing. So I got moisturizing products, moisturizing base. Cream products is the third recommendation. I really firmly believe that cream products look the most natural, and I don't know, they just look good in pictures, in person. I think those are my favorite formula of products. They are harder to work with, so use the cream products that you feel the most comfortable using, whether that's blush, whether that's a cream concealer or bronzer. Use every cream product that you could possibly use that you know how to use comfortably. If it needs to last all day, I might pull back the creams a little bit. But for the most part, a cream will do wonders when your skin feels dry or like it looks dry. The last thing that I would suggest is to go light with the powders. As you see, I didn't use an all over like setting powder like I normally do, like a finishing powder. I didn't use that. I only used a setting powder and I applied it with a brush instead of a sponge. I feel like the brush packs it on a little bit less lighter than like dipping your sponge in and going in. So I just took my brush, I dusted it off, and then I set the areas of my face that needed to be set the most because of creasing, not because of oiliness. So that's under the eyes for me, sometimes in the crevices of my nose, my smile lines here, and like a little bit up here for some brightening action, but not really because I have oily skin. That's the only reason why I use the powder, and I didn't use the all over powder because I did not want to take away that creamy, moisturizing, hydrated look that the cream products and the other products that I use were giving me. So that's all that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informational. I tend to do this style of makeup when I feel like my skin is like a desert. So I don't do this all the time, and you'll see on my other videos that this is not my everyday routine. It's my I need some hydration routine, but I still want to wear makeup. Get what I'm saying? If you like the video, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, girl. And with that, I will see you in the next video.